solution? Then wondering, why is it not happening? Everybody knows the problem, everybody knows the solution. Then I realized they are waiting for an idiot to bell the cat, so here I am. So if I fly around and do it, it won't have that. So I have to walk. If I walk, I might die. Most probably, yes. Or if I cycle, definitely it'll kill me. So motorcycle could kill. There were many dangerous moments. It could… when you're going at this pace, when I say this pace, like every day, we're well above the speed limits and trying to get to the place because events are happening on the way. They're stopping us on the roads and there are events. So, I don't hold… I'm not a minister, I don't hold any position of power in the world, I don't have any, anything to command because I don't have an army. All I have is, I have people's love and goodwill, so… I thought, so that is the only asset I have, so that's the only thing I can play with. I've been talking about this for 30 years, and whenever I speak about it, people say, this is great, this is fantastic, and then they will sleep on it. So, now we wanted to awaken something. I knew the simple way for me to do it is to put myself to some risk. And it's worked because 3 days ago our social media metrics without WhatsApp is reading at 2.8 billion people have spoken about soil. But when I started in London, a lady journalist was interviewing me and she said, Sadhguru, come on, why have you become like this? Can't you pick up something else? Soil is the most unromantic thing, who will support you? Who is going to talk about soil? Just don't do this, do something else. Talk about the sky, maybe heaven. Not soil, who is going to be interested in this? Look at this.
There is this constant question about river water being wasted to the ocean, Sadhguru. So, is there a way that we can save it?
See, the river water must go to the ocean. On the way you can drink, you can irrigate your lands a little bit, you can use it, but river water must go to the ocean. This is a very wrong concept which a lot of states are unfortunately taking. If the river water does not go, enough river water, I would say in ideal conditions, minimum 50% should go. But with our population pressure, where we have 4% of the world's land and 17.6% of population, world's population, with this pressure, you cannot expect 50% to flow. At least 25% of the river water must flow into the ocean. Why? India has 7,600 square kilometers of coastline. So along this coastline, there's an ecosystem which is semi-marine kind of ecosystem. It's a completely different ecosystem than the marine ecosystem and also different from the river water itself, because it's a meeting and mingling of these two different types of waters. If this buffer goes away, then marine ingress will happen. Marine water will start percolating into the soil and coming in. You know from Tamil Nadu, 80 kilometers inside, marine water has come right now in Tuticorin region. Just 15 years ago, it was all sweet water. Today, all the wells are salt water. People have vacated the whole villages. You will see ghost villages, completely empty villages, all locked homes, and they've left because there is no sweet water anywhere. Up to 100 kilometers it can come. If all the rivers, if you use it up inside for human, whatever you want to call it, human reproduction, I would say if you use it up like this, then up to 100 kilometers marine ingress can happen. 7,600 kilometers coastline, 100 kilometers means you would have lost 1/3 of the nation. This is about the same size of land that you partitioned with Pakistan and Bangladesh at one time in 1948. That's how much land you will lose once again if rivers don't flow into the ocean.
Sadhguru, since I have this time with you, I'm going to be greedy and ask a few questions that have been on my mind for a while. Personally, I love to visit places of worship. I believe in a higher power, in good energy, in karma. But there is a counter viewpoint that religion divides us. What is the purpose of religion in our lives today, and how would you answer an atheist who says that the world would be a better place without the divisive policies of religion?
I very much agree with that. Because of the way we are propagating it today. See, most religions that you know today, in its infancy, started as spiritual processes, as a quest for human being to know something beyond just eating, reproducing, sleeping, beyond that, because there's a longing. This is not taught to you, there's a natural longing within you. See, if you're struggling for food, food will be the only thing. If you're struggling to have a shelter, that'll be the only thing. Suppose everything you want is just provided today, then suddenly you wonder, why am I here? What is it? So there is a longing to know. A human being cannot simply say, I don't want to know anything, I will just eat well and live well. It doesn't work, because your intelligence is evolved into a certain place where without asking a question you cannot exist. So when I say without asking a question, question means a quest. Question is just a tool to dig deeper into something, whatever you wish to know. But right now, all religions started with this question, but today most religions have come to this place, you cannot ask a question. If you ask a question, you're dead. So, with what purpose it started and what it has become today is a different thing. So, we need to make a distinction between religion, religious process and spiritual process. It has become necessary today to do this, because today religion means belief. You believe this and this, then you belong to this religion. If you believe that, you become that religion. So when you say, I believe something, it's like this. How many of you here believe you have two hands? All of you just raise one hand. If you believe you have two hands, do you believe you have two hands, or you know that you have two hands? You know. If somebody starts an argument with you to prove that you have no hands, if their argument becomes too overwhelming, one slap in the face. He knows you got hands. This happens in the movies, huh? But in God you believe. Why? Because you're still not even straight enough to admit what you do not know as I do not know. This much sincerity should enter human heart and intelligence. What I know, I know. What I do not know, I do not know. What is the problem? Whatever I do not know, I believe. You're destroying I do not know. I do not know is the most tremendous possibility in your life. When you see I do not know, the longing to know, the seeking to know, and the possibility of knowing becomes a reality. If you destroy I do not know, you will just believe something because it's come from some authority, or people claim it's come from an authority. Or in other words, in your life, authority becomes the truth. Spiritual process means truth is the only authority for you.
Another question that has been on my mind lately is how much of one's life is a result of their past karma? Are the injustices and unfairnesses that one faces in one's life a result of their past karma? If so, do you accept these injustices and find solace in the fact that, okay, the karma is being cleared, even though it might seem detrimental to our lives in so many ways?
Samantha, you're old enough for this. I'm not saying you're old, I said you're old enough. That, do you still expect the world to be fair to you?
That's why I'm asking this question.
That is
Can I blame it on my past karma is
because
what I'm
that-
asking.
I want the world to be fair to me is a schoolgirl question. By now you should know the world is not fair. It will not be fair to you. But if you dig deep into yourself and have a taste of life, not a taste of your thought and emotion, the taste of life that you are, then you will see life is not just fair, it's just fantastic. So, do you want fair life or fantastic life? You must decide.
I've noticed this.